What's up, everybody? This is the Force of Nature, Spiritual Awakening, and today we will be discussing Pluto in the 8th house. So this was a request today that somebody wanted me to do, and I am honoring that request today. So now Pluto in the 8th house. Pluto feels very much at home in the 8th house. This is Pluto's original house. 8th house is ruled by Scorpio, and Scorpio is ruled by Pluto. So, Pluto, what is Pluto all about? It's very similar to the 8th house because it rules over it. So Pluto and the 8th house is about death, rebirth, transformation. It has to do with crises in your life, situations, sex, pleasure, taboo, the occult, astrology, secrets, betrayal, joint finances, other people's money, inheritance, and your ancestors. This is all the 8th house and the Pluto. Okay, so now we could jump right into this since this is the home of the 8th house, Pluto. We could jump into it right now. So now, if you are a Pluto in Scorpio, if your Pluto's in Scorpio, and your Pluto and Scorpio generation, and then you have Pluto in the 8th house, this is definitely going to be a double whammy for you. Also, if you do have Scorpio ruling over your 8th house, this can also be a double whammy for you. Moving back into the Pluto in the 8th house, men and women. These men and women want to know the truth on every situation, every topic to the death of them. They really are about pulling back the layers, really digging up the information, getting research, really wanting to know who that they are dealing with as far as family, friends, co-workers, intimate relationships. These men and women really know how to dive deep in that way, and they really want to uncover whatever it is that's going on, whether it's a secret, deception, betrayal. They want to get down to the bottom of some information. These men and women are very powerful and strong individuals. They are highly sensual and sexual. Their sex is actually amazing to just have with these men and women. I don't know if you dealt with a Pluto in the 8th house person, but if you did, then you know that they know how to put it down. Okay, that's just what it is. But what it is with them, they really hold with inside them and possess a strong sex appeal. So these are the type of men and women that are going to be very mystical and magical, have a little mystery to them, very alluring. When you see them, they're going to be very attractive. And even if they're not the most beautiful men or beautiful women in the world, okay, they're still going to hold that aura to them that pulls out, draws out strong as sexual nature, sex appeal. It's just what it is. Okay, these men and women can be attracted to money and power. All right, this can really be a drive for them, something that they feel like they must have and want in this lifetime. And because of this, they will draw to them people that are very powerful people and people that also have money. Now, some people might look at these men and women and find them to be gold diggers, people that's out there to just take from people or do malicious things. Now, this can be a scenario, but it doesn't always have to be. But one thing for sure, two things for certain, these men and women are drawn to powerful people and money. Okay, this is what they want. This is what they seek out. And they link power to money. Okay, so yes, these men and women, they can do sex favors for money. If they feel like it, they can pretend like they're into you, okay, just to get money and things like that. That can definitely take place. But now another thing that could also take place is just getting involved with somebody that actually just has money. Okay, and this is just your partner, and your partner's looking out for you, and you love this person on the utmost deep level. So it doesn't have to always be a malicious intent with the Pluto in the 8th house, men and women. Now, these men and women also could have experienced in their life sexual trauma, sexual abuse. If their Pluto is badly aspected, especially if it's badly aspected to Mars, this could definitely play out in this kind of way. all right, where they were sexually abused, somebody took advantage of them, took their innocence from them, or just attacked them and really just raped them, okay, molested them, or however it played out. That can be a case if your Pluto is badly aspected, especially to Mars, okay. However, either way that it went, these men and women went through hard and difficult trials and tribulations in their life. They went through a lot of hard times, and they could have been victims of violent abuse. Uh, Power struggles could have took on. Deaths could have went on in their family. Okay, early on in life, or just at some point in their life. They can struggle with having nightmares in their dreams. Just brutal dreams. They could have been abandoned and really deal with abandonment issues. Okay. Another thing, as I said just now, people could have took advantage of these men and women. Could have really also have been surrounded by murders, people being murdered in their family, people being murdered in their life, people that were close to them too. And they could have also been into criminal activity. Okay, people in their family could have been criminals, hardcore, raw ass criminals, and just out there doing the most craziest, disruptive shit. All of these things could be seen and have taken place in this placement. So now these men and women, they do struggle with trust issues. Okay, it could have made them feel very much angry, feeling like they're building up a rage inside of them because they could have had a lot of betrayal with family members, friends, and intimate relationships. Okay, that's a real big one with the displacement, intimate relationships. It could have been that these men and women have been in a messy relationship with somebody, uh, or even a nasty breakup or a nasty divorce probably took place or could have taken place or might take place in your life. This is a tough placement to have if you have Pluto in the eighth house. It really is. Also, with this placement, men and women, um, they can definitely find it hard to let people in, let people get close to them because of the trials and tribulations, the trauma that went on in their life, the life that they have been dealt. It could have really shaped and molded their mind to the point where they feel like nobody can be trusted. I cannot put my all and my trust into somebody. And even with these men and women, they can be in an intimate relationship. And even though they do seek out wanting to fully be able to bond with their mates, with their family members, with their friends, they find it still difficult because what it is these men and women have always been constantly, consistently surrounded by lies, betrayal, mishaps, disappointments. And because of this, their minds are fucked up. In a way they are. It's very much destroyed, it's damaged good, and they really cannot find a way to really open up on that deepest level like they want to. Okay? This is rough. This is rough. All right, a lot of things could have went on and took place in these men and women lives. They might not even remember the severe trauma that they have went through or dealt with. Okay, they can very much bury things that went on in their lives, issues that went on and took place. They can brush them to the side, dismiss them, bury them because they do not want to deal with them. Now, the eighth house is very similar to the 12th house, but the eighth house has a lot to do with things that you actually hide from yourself, hidden information, but it's things that you hide from yourself. Where the 12th house is about things that are actually just being hidden from you. So now these men and women can hide things that went on in their life from themselves and from others because they don't want to reveal it and they don't want to be exposed. But when it comes down to their self, they don't want to deal with it. They don't want to acknowledge the hurt and they don't want to acknowledge the pain that went on and took place in their lives to really heal from it. And on top of healing, these men and women can be great at being healers because they went through so much shit. Their life was not easy, not a goddamn bit. Okay, they done went through the ringer shit. Their life was like hell and hot water. The pits of fucking hell is what these men and women have experienced in their life. Okay, they need to know how to really open up and just be able to fully be able to express those feelings and be able to really conquer up the courage to really tackle it on. All right. They have a strong ability to be able to read people thoroughly through. Okay. They can be highly skeptical and suspicious because of things that have went on and took place. People's movements and hidden agendas can be very much revealed to them in a miraculous way. These motherfuckers are some bad motherfuckers. Okay. They can pick up on what someone is going through as far as crisis and trauma situations. This is exactly why they would be great and excel at being healers, being able to conversate with somebody, listen to their problems. And it doesn't even have to be similar situations as far as what they went through. It could just be a situation in general. Now, as far as their partners, with their partners, they really want to be able to conversate with them and have deep level conversations with them. Nothing about their encounters or their relationships is going to be superficial. Okay, their relationships are going to be real and authentic, very much official, because they have to be able to get down to the bottom of situations with you. This is how they are. They want to know the real you, not the fake you, and they don't like fake shit on top of all of that. All right? They can penetrate down to someone's soul and help people and find their weakness and turn their weakness into strengths. Okay? Ultimate healers is what I'm talking about. All right? Even these men and women, there are relationships. Their relationships can be very transformative. Their sex can be transformative to themselves and to their partners, okay? They can have sex that'll change your whole goddamn mind and perception. And these men and women love to have sex. They love to explore and do different things, not the same old shit from time to time that some other people might do. They about doing that shit you ain't never even feel, and just know how to really get down to the nitty gritty of some shit. All right, these men and women, if you got this placement, that's what it is. Also, with this placement, Pluto in the 8th house, men and women could feel like throughout their whole entire life that there was a black cloud over their heads. All right, these men and women have been exposed to the dark side of life. Could have been very early on in life that these men and women have been exposed to it. But even if it wasn't early on in life, they definitely have been exposed to the dark side of life at some point of time in their life. All right. And this also shapes and molds their minds to be geared towards being skeptical, suspicious, cautious, and alert. They can use people for money. They can really get into people's minds. They know how to manipulate people on a psychological level. All right. So, like I said, sometimes what it is the things that have been done to you, the things that you have seen in your lifetime. Now you're able to do these same damn things, because that's what it is. If you've been manipulated, deceived, and betrayed time after time, this can also come back on you. And now you're the fucking master manipulator. Now you know how to get into people's mind on a psychological level and tapping into those little realms that people were not even aware of. And this is what could happen with this placement. You know how to get in somebody's mind subconsciously. All right? You know how to do it. And consciously, you know how to do it also. See the trick to this? This is something else. Oh, yes, it is. These men and women can have hidden enemies and can be betrayed by loved ones and people in general surrounded around them. Okay? Like I said, and I just said it, people can have hidden motives, hidden agendas, can be schemers and scammers, pretending pretending like they're there for you and they're really not, pretending like they care for you and they really don't, pretending like they love you to the utmost level and they fucking do not love you. And this is big with this placement. However, is this going to be the case for every single situation? Of course not. But with this placement, all you need to do is just be in tuned and alert, which you are already, because these men and women are very psychic men and women. They know how to pull back the latest. They know how to do their research and their homework. They know how to find out whatever the fuck they need to find out. So they will be fine with this. All right. Another thing, these men and women can be into sex magic. Okay. And everybody that has this placement might not even know that they can tap into this sex magic, but you're going to know it today. You can be into sex magic. You can be drawn to sex magic, and you could just hold within inside your damn self some sexual magical shit. All right, these men and women can deal with people from all walks of life. It's not limited to people in high status, low status. These men and women know how to open up to people as far as conversationalize, as far as going down to their deepest, darkest secrets. No, that ain't going to happen, but they can very well listen to yours. And a lot of times what happens with these men and women, they do take enjoyment in just listening to what other people have went through, hear what people's struggles and weaknesses are. Because a lot of times they have so many of their weaknesses inside their selves, but they're very, very strong people. And the difficulty for them is just acknowledging all that hurt or that pain that they went through. It's hard for them to just acknowledge it and embrace it and move forward from it. That's the only issue here, really. That's the only issue. These men and women also know how to pull out people's darkest secrets and can heal them from it. These men and women are survivors. They know how to get it out the mud. They know how to be in crazy situations where all hope looked like it was gone and then rise to the top as strong men and women. They know how to do this. They look for the real shit in people, not the fake shit. All right? You have to have a strong need to discover and defeat your demons. Now, these men and women will struggle with inner demons inside their world, inside their lives, okay? And they really have to get that courage up, build that courage out, and really insert their energy towards dealing with those issues and traumas. Often, these men and women will learn how to face their own personal demons through intimate relationships. So, intimate relationships can really show them who they are, struggles that they have within inside their own selves. They can actually see these traits being presented through their intimate relationships. Oh, yes, it can. Another thing with this placement, this shit is like so long. Another thing with these placement, these men and women, in their lifetime could really deal with some difficult circumstances and extreme issues within relationships. Okay, it could be a tug of war and filled with many power struggles. These men and women will attract unusual events into their lives and weird and intriguing people into their lives. Also, they will attract and be drawn to great opportunities. So now, as far as the weird and intriguing people, I mean, what's weird to everybody else might not even be weird to you. You see what I'm saying? And this is the beautiful thing, because you could be encountered with somebody that's just very much different and original, and they just go throughout life in their own unique way. And to some people, that shit is weird, because a lot of times people want to keep doing the same damn shit. They look on TV and want to be like them motherfuckers. But what you're drawn to is whoever you are and whoever you're dealing with, you want them to be their real, true self. Fuck all that shit that everybody else is doing. Show me who you are. This is who you men and women are about. This is what you're about. All right. Also, with this placement, they will be drawn to the mystical and magical things of the world. Okay, spells, the occult, black magic, all the mysterious of life is what you men and women will be drawn to. Also attracted to psychology and the studies of the world, hidden information, hidden knowledge, anything of that sort, you men and women will automatically just draw to. All right. You are great at being observers and know how to grasp and understand information, people's situations. And that's a beautiful thing to be able to do. Okay. You guys are the type of people that could definitely um, be at work. Okay, observe and watch everything that's going on in the workplace. Watch and observe everything that's going on in the family dynamic, friendships, even your relationships. And that's a beautiful thing to do. Okay, you can be, um, sorry, you can have a fear in relationships because you feel like, you went through so much stuff. It could be a fear yours to fully be able to open up to your partner. Even though you want your partner to fully open up to you, you can not really give your full all into the relationship for the sake of not fully exposing all your truth to your partner, like how you would so much want your partner to expose it to you. All right, so you men and women do struggle with that. Y'all have a difficult time with being able to do that. But on the up and up, you men and women are passionate lovers, very intense lovers. On top of that, you can be very impulsive, stubborn, and don't take no shit from nobody or anyone. All right, anybody that's dealing with you, it is going to be hard for people to pull a wool over your eyes. It's going to be hard. Doesn't mean that it cannot happen, because with this placement, you definitely have had people manipulate you in your life, betray you, come against you in those kind of ways. Be cautious of hidden enemies, people that's pretenders, acting, actors, actresses like they're down for you and they're not. That's just what it is. But for the most part, you know how to do these things also. You know how to pinpoint who's out to get you and shit like that. And a lot of times you men and women are right. A lot of times y'all are right when y'all get that inclination. When y'all get in y'all mind that something ain't right. Something is up. Something is wrong. You men and women know what's up. Also, with this placement, these men and women will have a rich sex life. It's going to be rich and meaningful. Your relationships are not going to just be something that was just something. It's going to be something that meant something. These are the kind of relationships that you're going to have in your life, even if they don't last forever. Even if you dealt with somebody for 1 year, okay, it's going to still be an intense relationship. It doesn't matter. Mm-mm. It do not matter. Another thing with this placement, Pluto in the eighth house, men and women, okay? Your relationships, all right, will be very much adventurous and full of experience. Making meaningful memories in your relationships is what you men and women desire, what you men and women do seek out. On top of that, you also do want a deep bond and a deep level of communication, conversation with your intimate partners. You're not about the little okey doke talk. You're about, let's have these real conversations. Let me hear about what happened in your life. Let me hear about what you went through in your life. Talk to me. You could talk to me and you want to know it. All right? Is there anything I have to say about this placement? Pluto in the eighth house. Oh, I think what I'm going to say is these men and women are very much intense in nature. They did go through a lot of trials and tribulations in their life. Life early on, teenage years, younger years, adult years, it is going to be surrounded by A lot of betrayal, a lot of secrets, lies, and things like that are going to be surrounded by you. However, you guys are very much aware, alert, cautious, suspicious, and skeptical. So you are observing everything that's around you. You know how to pinpoint things that's going on. And even if you were sexually abused or sexually molested, went through a lot of hurt things in your life, okay, you men and women can come to the realization to just be able to open up and express those feelings with inside you. You are going to know how to deal with your inner demons, the things that you struggle so much with. You're going to know how to really master that area, because what it is with this placement is, first you have to heal yourself to fully be able to really get down to somebody else's soul on that level like you so much do seek out. Okay, so I'm gonna leave this on this note. For future videos to come, I will go into more depth into this placement because it is a lot to cover. This placement is something else. It is double whammy because Pluto in the eighth house. Pluto rules over the eighth house. Scorpio rules over Pluto. Pluto rules over Scorpio. So it's a whole bunch of that shit going on. So this is a deep placement. If you have this placement, this is the truth. This shit is for real. This shit is difficult to have, but it's not unbearable because there's always light under the tunnel or at the end of the tunnel, however you want to say it. So please be sure to check out my online store. It is Grammy Gear at www.grammygear.com. If you need a caterer, be sure to hit me up at Supreme Royale Catering at gmail.com. I am the chef goddess also. If you need my husband to do any work to your home, swimming pool, or business, you can hit him up at AronNesbitt90 at gmail.com. If you need me to analyze a birth chart for you, it will be $70. If you need me to analyze a synastry chart or a composite chart, it will be $90. So this has been a Force of Nature Spiritual Awakening. Love is love. Peace and blessings to you all. And I will see you on the next one.